Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Sunday. It's 7 p.m. Where else you gonna be but on the Fight to Share report? My name is Brew. This is the Badger. Shades check, hat check, mustache comb to the left side check. What you got to say, Badger?
Man, listen, it's been a week, and now we're coming to the end of it. Doing what we love to do, man. Get on here and get this therapy cooking, man. So I'm all for what we got.
Hey, first of all, I want to give a belated happy birthday to myself. I know that sounds egotistical, but I had a great birthday. Great birthday. Um, my wife, daughter, and my mom, they hooked me up, bro. It was just, it was nice. I'm only saying that normally I wouldn't even reference it, but it was one of the best days that I've had as an adult. One of I had my wedding, I had my daughter was born, and this is ranking right below that, bro. It was just a really great day.
Okay, I'm sure there's some other incidents that will rank pretty high on that list that we ain't gonna talk about in public. But hey, man, happy belated birthday to you, brother. I'm happy, man. Another trip around the sun for you, man. So
And I got
it's
a
all
drone.
positive, man.
I got a drone for my birthday.
No, word,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
They
Like a
gave
new
a
toy.
they gave a blind man a drone. This ain't no toy.
Well, I
I
mean,
looked at it as a toy till I saw it had a 4K camera on it, and it's almost dummy proof because it got a return to home button, so to come back and land exactly where it took off from.
yeah, for sure. They all, well, I think almost all of them do that. I hope so anyway. A lot of lost drones if you don't.
But don't let the plastic blades fool you.
Oh yeah, yeah, them things ain't no joke, man.
No, so I got to tell you some stories off the air, but yeah, it was hilarious, bro. It was great. It was great for the family to try to fly that thing together.
Well, man, look, I'm just glad you enjoyed it, brother. Like I said, another year for you, man. And you doing it the right way, man. Spend it with your wife, your baby girl, and your parents, man. That's what it's all about, man. So congrats for that, man.
Thanks, man. It was a great day. It was really a great day. I mean, I won't belabor the point, but all the ups and downs. For me, I understand what you said a long time ago when I really wasn't focused. When you said, "Man, I want what you have." Sometimes you don't realize what you have. I'm glad I realized what I have before it was too late. It's a wonderful thing to have a wife, especially
For
when you have
sure.
a daughter and you still have your parents, your mom around. It's a wonderful thing. I couldn't ask for anything more than that. And I cooked them dinner.
Look at you.
Made colossal steamed shrimp, crab cakes, and some lobster ravioli.
Look at you showing out.
It was a
Good for
pleasure.
you, man.
It was a pleasure to cook dinner for three generations in my family of women.
Man, good for you, bro. That
So
that
let's
should
get,
not go unnoticed. Good for you.
let's get into the show, bro. I've been looking forward to this.
So we got
On my grind,
what we talking about today, brother.
I'm guessing we're talking about the UFC fight last night.
Yeah, man. Fight Island 2, man. Anything impress you? Anything depress you? What did you see?
Man, to be perfectly honest, I had cleared my schedule because I thought it was another 7 o'clock start on ESPN and 10 o'clock show.
Uh,
It was a 5 p.m. show.
oh yeah, they got started early. They got started
Did
early.
not know. So I was one of the lame people that was enjoying his day and missed it. By the time I logged in, it was done.
Oh wow, yeah, missed the entire card.
The entire card, bro.
Oh wow, okay.
I
Uh,
apologize about that, but
nah, I mean, it's a joyous occasion that only happens once a year, so it's all good. So in the main event, we had I think it was a flyweight championship, if I'm not mistaken. Benavides versus I'm gonna butcher his brother's name.
from Brazil,
Figueroa, something
yeah,
along those lines. But yeah, Brazilian guy.
rematch.
These Brazilians, the men and women kicking a lot of ass lately. I'll tell you that. But this is a rematch from a fight that happened, I want to say like in February, and the Brazilian brother missed his weight. So even though he won the fight, he couldn't get the belt. Yeah, the fight was scheduled at 135. I mean 125, I think. 35 or
Whoa,
25. One of them. Either way it goes, he missed weight. He ended up fighting. I think he won the fight, but he couldn't get the belt because he missed the weight belt, couldn't get the belt, lost the belt on the scales. So he comes back and rematch and totally dominates Benavides. I mean, stops him with like
Again.
a minute left. Yeah, in the end of the first round. Rear naked choke. It was a one-sided fight. I mean, for as long as it lasted, the Brazilian brother really was the better fighter, definitely more aggressive. Brought the fight to Benavides. Dropped him, I think, twice in the first round, maybe three times. I know he dropped him for sure twice in the first round, and then choked him out. So it was a fairly quick and easy one-sided fight for the new champ at 125. And I guess your boy Cejudo might not be calling him out now,
Huh? Listen, it's easy to call people out from the couch. I saw that first fight, Benavides and the Brazilian. I don't want to butcher his name either. Benavides looked decent, but he looked like he just wasn't on his level, even though he got some good strikes in. He just didn't look like he was on that kid's level. And he stopped him in that fight too. I think it was either in the first or no later than the second round in the first fight. So I'm not surprised. I'm happy to be able to see that someone who won, but didn't win the belt, was able to come back and increase their skills to win again. Sometimes, you figure I beat that person, I'm gonna do what I did the first fight, and they catch up to you. But evidently, from what you're saying, he didn't rest on his laurels and they didn't catch up to him.
Yeah, this was an absolute drubbing. And then the co-main event, Hermanson versus Gastelum. Listen, I thought this was going to be a competitive fight. I've watched both these guys. I'm not going to lie. I thought Gastelum had the edge here because we've seen Hermanson lose some fights.
Mm-hmm.
But came out Hermanson, the longer, rangier fighter, working a lot of front leg kicks, a lot of couple of jabs out there. And then he struck on Gastelum, which was a surprise because Gastelum is the wrestler. They go to the ground, and then he heel hooks him.
What?
Yeah, heel hook. Fight over. Like, literally, I think the fight lasted, 2 minutes maybe? 3? If that. He hooked, literally, he got him out of there early. They went to the ground, they scrambled, and before you know it, Gastelum tried to posture up, turn, got his leg caught, heel hook locked in, he tapped it.
Jiminy Criminy.
Yeah, so that, we didn't get a chance to see the fight that we thought we were going to see there. That ended pretty quickly. I caught a lot of the undercards, man. The one fight that seems to have the biggest viral moment, though, is the woman fight of Lipski versus Carolina, where Lipski caught Carolina in a knee bar. And I think a lot of people have never seen that before or in a fight. And it really, it sent shockwaves through Twitter because people were like, man, you got people talking about the morality of fighting now. Did she take it too far? Was that right morally? Yeah, because, people are looking at the injury and thinking, man, this young lady may not ever fight again. We don't know how much, how many ligaments were torn or any of that. But, knee bars are brutal, man.
Knee bars are brutal. Where were these people when Ronda Rousey broke Miesha Tate's arm and said, oh, well, hopefully it heals?
Yeah.
Where was their morality then?
Yeah, these are people that are probably... they probably don't watch a lot of UFC, or if they've not really seen a lot of the devastating injuries that can happen there. Right. I don't think, anybody's really concerned about it from that perspective. Now, if you're in Carolina's corner, you're a little bit worried because their career may be over. But, this is the fight game. It's not ballet and it's not touch tag, right? You go in there with the intent to do great bodily harm to people. So,
and if you feel like, great damage is going to happen to you, tap out.
Yeah, well, the thing with the knee bar is by the time you realize it's in, the knee is such a tough spot. The pain receptors aren't very deep there. So by the time it really hurts, it was really too late, man. Yeah, she tapped quick, but her leg was fully extended and hyperextended out. It looked bad. The optics weren't good, I can tell you that.
Man, this sounds horrible, but I'm mad I missed this fight.
Yeah, this young guy, Armin Sukarian, if I'm butchering his name right. Hey, I like him. I want to see more of him. Very athletic kickboxer, boxer.
Okay, so we got Davison Figueroa.
Yeah, I know his name. And I'm still probably saying it wrong because he's a Brazilian, so I don't think you pronounce like you do a Spanish name. Either way, he won the fight. That's all that matters.
Shout out to Kwesi for that. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Shouts out to Kwesi for tapping in with us, man. But yeah, so It was a couple of undercards on the fight, but that was the one to me. Those are the ones that really caught my attention. So Fight Island 2, they did all right.
Correct. Nice. All right. What we got up next? Meanwhile,
Oscar De La Hoya says he can do damage at 154 pounds.
to who?
He said he can do damage at 154. So, of course, the first person to say something is your boy, Mel Charlo, Lions Only.
Right.
He was like, hey, Oscar. He was like, hey, you haven't been touched. I won't scare you. I won't try to make you stop either. You ain't been touched by this generation. Come on back so I can baptize you. So,
listen.
now, the beef is because the Charlo brothers were signed to Golden Boy. And they came out a couple of weeks ago, or not even a week ago, saying that Golden Boy they don't support their black fighters. So yeah, he says he would love to welcome Oscar back in a 154-pound race.
Listen, first thing, here's a list of things you need to test Oscar for. HGH, because the UFC allowed that for a while, and you had all these old people coming back winning, because HGH gives you the ability that you had when you were 24, 25, even when you're almost 50 or older. And you have the smarts to go with it. Now, also test him to make sure he has all his faculties. Oscar knows he's not going to be able to deal with anybody at 154. Think about Charlo. Think about the other people who are sitting at one. Think about Lubin.
Yeah, no, I think Oscar's just joshing. I think it's a situation where, he probably feels like he can get down to 154. Maybe he can. We know at 47 years old, there's no way he's going to compete with any of these young guys. But this is what happens when you start throwing money around to these geriatric clinics. All these old guys want to come back and fight again. And Oscar no different. Despite the fishnets and all the cocaine, he's a born fighter. This is what he does. So I'm not surprised he feels like he can do it. But
wait a minute.
Gotta know better.
Wait a minute. Because you would have stopped me. You said despite the what?
The fishnets, the stockings. Everybody know about those. I mean, that's like a brand for Golden Boy. They don't hide that anymore. It's a thing. They send the fishnets to all these prospects. You know how back in they used to get like a chain with a record label you want to sign to? Now I just send you fishnets and that makes you Golden Boy. So.
And the cocaine.
I don't know if they're using the cocaine. That's not a good mixture if you're fighting, but it worked for Oscar. So.
But I thought that's what you just said.
No, I didn't say the fighters was using. I said he. Yeah, his fighters ain't doing it. We ain't promoting no illegal drugs or fighters. That ain't happening.
No, not at all. Oof. Okay. Anyways, I don't think that's really worth Charlo's time. But hey, I guess if you can get a paycheck and not really take a beating, why not? Because I don't see Oscar touching it.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to fight anyone.
No.
What would be cool is if maybe him and Sergio Martinez at the exhibition senior circuit boxing match, that would be okay. Those are two guys that are both long in the tooth. They're both about the same age. They both have, had injuries. I'd rather see two old guys, smaller old guys, mix it up with headgear, than trying to put in these older guys and these young guys. That's just suicide.
Take the headgear off and put them in the ring with Floyd.
I mean, what are we putting them in the ring with Floyd for?
Entertainment, brother. Pure entertainment.
That's the case. I'd rather see them fight each other. I don't want to see Floyd humiliate them. I'd rather see them humiliate each other. Floyd's still active, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Floyd was still sparring.
He is. That's what I'm saying. Put him in there with Oscar.
Go ahead. I'm sure Floyd wouldn't want to make any more money with Oscar anyway. He good. He don't want to help Oscar get no bigger paychecks.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe Floyd can fight. Maybe Oscar can fight Ricky Hatton if you could wake him up.
Wow, what's that weight cut gonna look like?
He just have to get
trying to get down to 60, 68.
Get off the bottle for a couple of months. He can probably make weight.
I like Ricky Hatton too. We're gonna get off Ricky, man.
Hey, Ricky Hatton. Hey, Ricky Hatton.
You gotta relax, bro.
That's the last time I saw him, bro. That's the last time.
Yeah, that's the last time most of us saw him, to be honest with you.
Oh Come on,
No
Ricky.
surprise
Come
there.
on back, Ricky. Pretty Ricky ain't what they called him.
Nah, that wasn't his name.
Boy, I'm glad you put that on there because that just made my day.
Not surprised.
I ain't
So
gonna let you
next,
ruin you ain't gonna ruin my day.
yeah, I said it. Speaking of Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, man, what's going on? They're not looking so hot right now.
People are leaving.
Yeah, people are leaving. You got the drama with Ryan Garcia going on. You're still trying to find Canelo a dance partner for September, and one of your top prospects was killed early in the week in a car accident. And word on the street was that you guys hadn't even reached out to the family. So Earl Spence reached out to social media to get the contact for Mr. Maison's family, and Earl reached out. But I just checked, and it seems like Golden Boy will be paying for the services of Mr. Maison, which I don't know. I have mixed emotions about that, man. But I'll let you speak on it.
No, I mean, I'm wondering if it took you this long, it probably wasn't in your heart in the first place to do so. You know what? I'm gonna take the back seat on this one.
Well, just Golden Boy's been under a lot of fire lately from all angles, and I figure anytime you get something that you can kind of be ahead of, you should be. Now, according to some of their sources, they didn't know of the tragedy until like 2 or 3 days later, which I don't know if I believe that. I mean, so the way social media works, I mean, somebody had to know sooner than that. Either way, they came around and said they're going to pay for the services, which is a good thing. But my bigger question is, fighters have to be protected, and every fighter out there should have their own insurance policies on themselves.
Yes.
So if Mr. Maison didn't have proper life insurance, that is a bigger concern, and it needs to be a glaring concern for all these fighters. This young man was a top prospect, was undefeated, looked like a pretty decent fighter from all accounts based on what I saw, and probably was about to start making some decent money, was probably already making okay money. I mean, I ain't seen he was making six figures. I'm pretty sure he was getting paid five figures for a fight at this point at 17-0, or however high up into his teens he was undefeated. He was getting okay money. And to just not have any insurance is just...
It's normal. It's normal because we look at insurance as looking at our own mortality, and especially when we're young, we never want to admit that day is going to come, and expenses are going to be, are going to need to be taken care of. I can admit, I started looking at insurance realistically when my daughter was on her way. It's something that we really need to be educated on. But in this sport in general, you really need life insurance. You need health insurance, good health insurance, but you really need life insurance because, like Mr. Maison, I mean, now they're hoping somebody's going to pay for this funeral. They say now Golden Boy stepped up and said they'll pay for it, but then what else? Do you have children? Do you have a wife? Do you have a fiance? You got parents? Is anybody depending on your paycheck that's going to be hurting because they no longer have your paycheck? Got to take those things into consideration.
Yeah, most definitely. And you're right. We do look at our own mortality a little bit different. But here's my issue. Not only are you in a hurt business, but just a year ago we were burying boxes left and right, seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is not something that these guys are oblivious to. Especially now. It was just a rash of deaths over the last year and a half that, I mean, just almost froze the sport. So you see this happening. I just don't know why you wouldn't be a little bit more mindful. And again, I don't know the young man's situation, so I'm not speaking on it directly, talking about him. I'm just saying in general, for us boxers that we have personal relationship guys, and we know in the cage and in the ring that aren't covered. It's just like, bro, come on, man, you gotta try to think about those rainy days, man. Just like when you get that fight person, you want to try to put that up and save that, and you want to invest in this and invest in that. No greater investment than your own insurance, man. Because like you said, a lot of these young men, even in their early 20s, have kids. Some of them are married, so
in that situation is you were young in the 80s going into the 90s. Ask your brother when AIDS was being spread around as an STD, right? The stock in condom price never went up. People knew that you were taking a chance with your life. At the time, they didn't know there was a cure. So they knew that the possibility of you catching something and dying young was a great possibility, but it didn't change the mindset. That's what I'm saying. We can't expect that people are going to use common sense because it's not very common. I'm done.
No, I get it. I mean, it makes sense to me, but you know, like you said, some of these kids aren't taught, but when it's in your face like that, you just got to think about it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I get it. And, you know, too, sometimes life expectancy come up. I get a paycheck. You know, we know how this goes with fighters. Do I owe my manager anything? Because if I do got to pay him off the top, then I got to pay him what I owe him for this fight or purse or whatever. Then I got to pay my taxes, which I may avoid doing to the end of the year. I may be backed up on payments, you know, with COVID. I mean, or just in life in general, because a lot of these guys live really, they live check to check. A lot of these guys have second jobs. They're working in nightclubs, they're working in bars, they're working in call centers, they're doing construction, they're doing other jobs. So yeah, it's there, but man, you got to start thinking like this though.
You're right. You're right. And that's why we're here.
All
Because
right. Well,
nobody else is going to talk about this.
yeah. Well, moving on to somebody's favorite segment of the show,
Yours.
or maybe all the viewers out there.
You're going to love this.
Hashtag CBM.
You're
What
going
we
to love
got?
it. I'm even going to be quiet during this, especially in the beginning at least. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. All right, hold on. What happened? All right, we're going to try this
Try,
again.
yeah, try it again.
Dadgummit. Okay, I see. Bam. You see what's going on? It looks crazy, right?
Okay.
It looks crazy. So let's see. This couldn't have been me though, for real.
You supposed to come to the game too. I'm recording, yo. You gotta relax, bro. That is I mean, it's a lot of issues with that. I look. I don't even know if that's real. Is that even real?
First of all,
And not only is it real, but the reason that you picked this is because deep down inside you think this is really funny.
it is funny.
This
It
is
is.
terrible.
But listen, if this had been me, first of all, you ain't gonna walk up on me like that. But if you did, it really would become a combat sport when I got off that conveyor belt.
But you will never get off. The way his stomach position, he couldn't lean forward to get enough momentum to get off the conveyor belt. That's the problem. He's gonna go back to baggage claim with everything else is gonna spin around in carousel. So yeah, nah, that unfortunately for him, he like he enjoyed it too much. I mean, he wasn't mad enough.
Yeah, I don't understand that. They must have known each other.
He had to.
Yeah,
I mean, just to walk up to me and belly to back me like that is weird. First of all,
yeah. And you
yeah, nah, we're not doing that.
Oh,
I don't have to worry about that problem. That could be more of a reality for you. I would have got off.
that would have been a reality for me. Bump you.
And probably commenced to trying to put hands on Buddy, but hey, it happens.
You said probably.
Yeah, we'd had an issue, bro.
Yeah.
Right,
It would have been done. It'd have been time. As my wife would say, time would have been gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Oh, I thought it was funny though. I'm sorry.
No, it was solid though. It was solid.
I mean,
He
I
need
know.
to do some crunches though. He need to either do some crunches or consider doing the diet because
Yeah.
that ain't it.
You need
That
some
ain't
new.
it.
Yeah.
That too.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious to me. Didn't seem to make you laugh, but it was funny to me. Funny. Hey, do we
What
do
we
we have
got?
time for a story?
Oh, go ahead, man. Do your thing.
Or you want to? But you know what? Catch the beat down tomorrow. I got a good story for you on the beat down tomorrow night, and Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11 p.m. You can join us again on the Fighter Share Report for updates on all combat sports on Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. So, hey, you know what? Thank you for all the people that gave me birthday wishes, phone calls, text messages. Appreciate that. Shout out to the three queens or the two queens and a princess. My queen, my wife, the queen mother, my mom, and the princess, my daughter. And shout out to my brother over here because he's all right. I don't give him credit some of the times, but he's all right. So I guess I better not say four queens. But hey, shout out to him. I'm messing with him. I'm messing with you, dog. Just messing with you. Look, hopefully we've helped somebody out tonight who's going through some things. Loneliest days sometimes are Sundays, especially when you've left church and you've had all these good people around you, or you just didn't feel like going, but now you're home alone. So hopefully we've been able to bring some sunshine into your home, give you a diversion from what you feel like are your issues, and turn it over to my partner. He's gonna take us home.
Nah, man. Look, man. Just another shout out to you, man. Another birthday for you, brother. Congratulations, man. A lot of people don't get to make it a birthday, so I'm glad you had a special day. Good for you. Shout out to the NBA for building a barbershop in the bubble. This is getting more ethnic by the day. I'm almost done with the NBA. We lost two legends on Friday, CT Vivian and John Lewis. So respect to those two warriors, man. They leaving here, man. Hopefully we can replace them, but it's gonna be hard to do so, man. We just don't
Talk
like to be out of the same stuff no more. So
talk to the older folks. Talk to them. They have history you'll never get in a book, and they're taking us out of books. So talk to them. Yolanda's dad, he met both of them. He was around during the time when he met CT Vivian. He met, oh my goodness, my mind, bro. Um, John, Congressman.
okay.
He met him when he was 18, when John was just 18, during when they came down for the march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I didn't know there were three marches. The first
Okay.
march is where all the people were beaten in tear gas and rubber bullets. The second march, you had a few dignitaries, and it was that third week that all the people came from around the world. Dr. King, all these other people showed up from around the world who came to march. Now, when you see videos, it looks like there was only one march, but they got sprayed and with the water hoses and the tear gas and the bullets, and then you see Dr. King marching across the. We don't know there were three marches. There were three marches that month. Sorry, bro.
No, good to know. Good to know. You just gave me some game. I didn't know about it either. Yeah, but shouts out to all the entrepreneurs out there, man. Everybody trying to make it. The grind is tough, but the marathon continues as always, man. Support everybody that tuned into the show today. And that's all we got. Financial Nation, we out of here. We'll see y'all tomorrow at the beatdown. Peace.